Hey guys, it's time to go over your morning work. I hope you got everything finished that you had to do today. We're going to start off with Throwback Thursday for language arts. And the first box is about our homophones for through and through. So we have our two ways to spell these two words. Still getting the glare a little bit. We have the word through, like I threw the ball across the room, and the word through, like I walked through the door. We talked about this one yesterday when we were learning how to spell those words correctly. So you had to read the sentence and decide which through you were going to put into the sentence to make it make sense. So, number one, James threw the ball across the yard. That is this through. So you should have put THREW for number one. Number two, particles move easily through liquid. That one needs to be this through when it passes through something. Okay, number three, Melanie accidentally threw her homework away. That one would be the top one, WHREW. Okay, and the final one, on our way to New York, we traveled through the mountains, would be that one there at the bottom. Okay, so number one, number two, number three, number four. And abbreviations. Number one, the first abbreviation is Mrs. You guys should know this because you write my name all the time. And to do that abbreviation correctly, it has to be a capital M, R, S, period. So you should have circled the third one. Number two is the abbreviation for Mr. And again, should be one that you have mastered at this point because we always write teachers' names all the time. So for Mr. Saul, you would do capital M, R, period. So you should have circled the second one. Okay, for number three, we have the abbreviation for the state of Florida. And whenever you are doing an abbreviation of a state, it is two letters and they both need to be capital. So it is FL. So you should have circled the fourth one. Okay. For number four, we're doing the abbreviation for measurement, which is inches. So if you ever want to, measure something and say you had 12 inches, which is a foot, you would do the abbreviation lowercase IN period. So you should have circled the first one. And the last one is the abbreviation for doctor, which I hope none of my friends are going to have to go see a doctor anytime soon. You're going to stay nice and healthy. You should have circled the third one, capital DR period. I'm sorry, I know I'm getting a bad glare on here. I'm trying to put the board in. So that was your Throwback Thursday for language arts. Okay. And I can tell you right now, there's no way I'm going to get through all of this morning work in our 5-minute window that we have. So if this shuts off, I'll do a second video that you guys can go in and we'll continue. All right, Throwback Thursday for math. Every year on St. Patrick's Day, Chicago dyes the river a beautiful Kelly green. The river stays green for about 5 hours. If they put the dye in at 9 a.m., what time should it last until? Okay, so they put the dye in at 9 a.m. It lasts for 5 hours. So let's just count up. 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12. Now, once you get to 12 o'clock, remember we count back to 1 unless you're doing military time. So we go 12 to 1 and 1 to 2. So if they put the dye in at 9 a.m., it would last until 2 p.m. Complete the table. All right. We have pots at the top, 3, 4, and 5. We have gold at the bottom, 12,000, 16,000, and then we have to finish in the rest of the chart. Okay. If you paid attention to the pattern should be whatever number of pots you have times 4,000. So if you had 5 pots, you would have 20,000. And if you had 6 pots, you should have 24,000.